Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. We have posted 11 videos so far from Aries up till Aquarius for the various predictions or the probable results for the month of December 2019. Today we are going to talk about the results for Pisces natives for December 2019 and the probable results that we can look forward to from this month for Pisces native. Now, these predictions are from a Vedic astrology or sidereal astrology as it is also called from that point of view. However, this will also resonate strongly with those natives who are of Pisces zodiac sign and who strongly feel they carry the characteristics of Pisces people, and also with those who have a Pisces moon sign, which means your moon is placed in your Pisces sign and hence your moon sign is also Pisces. Or from a Vedic point of view, Vedic astrology point of view, we also call it as the Rashi, the Janma Rashi. Janma Lagna is your ascendant according to Vedic astrology, and Janma Rashi is in which Rashi or sign your moon is placed. Okay, so this will also resonate with those people who have the Pisces or the mean sign or the mean Rashi as it's called as your moon sign. Now, as I have said in all my videos for November predictions as well as for all the videos for December predictions, these 3 months of November, December and January are very, very important for all the signs because most of the energies are concentrated around Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius for all the signs. And basis what houses each of these ascendants rule, starting from Aries to Aquarius, what houses these signs rule, accordingly the results will manifest accordingly. Now for Pisces natives, Jupiter rules both your 10th house as well as your Lagna ascendant, and Mercury rules your 4th house and your 7th house, and Venus is the sign where you have Mercury and Mars placed at the start of the month. And Venus rules your 3rd house and your 8th house. And Mars rules your 2nd house, and Mars also rules your 9th house. And 11th and 12th are ruled by Saturn. And Sun rules your 6th house, whereas the Moon rules your 5th house. So that's how for Pisces ascendants the signs rulership is established, and at the start of the month you have Mercury and Mars placed in the 8th house. Mercury rules, as I just said, your 4th house and your 7th house. So 4th house energies of domestic peace and mental happiness goes into 8th house, plus your 2nd house of income, earnings, and the 9th house of luck is associated with the 8th house. And where is the 8th Lord Venus placed? Venus is placed in your 10th house of career, which means all these results will have a strong bearing on your earnings, your income, and connected to career and growth or gains for career, because 9th Lord Mars is placed in your 8th house and 8th Lord is placed in your 10th house, and your 10th Lord is also your Lagna Lord, and the 10th Lord is also in your 10th house. So many energies coming together. So which means that because Mercury and Mars are together, and Mars rules your 2nd house of earnings, Venus rules the 3rd house of effort. So effort because of Venus rulership, and 8th house of upheaval, sudden events and all. However, 8th house is also associated with Venus from a finance, taxation point of view. So all those people who are in finance field, taxation, enforcement directorate, audits, virtual money, wealth management, all of them are connected to the 10th house. To the 10th house through the 8th house, because Venus rules the 8th house and placed in the 10th house, and Venus rules your 3rd house. So the effort that is going to go in for this month will be for you trying to improve your earnings, trying to improve your savings connected to your career, because Venus is placed in your 10th house. And because the Lagna Lord Jupiter is also placed there, so it's a good sign, because Jupiter also is connected to finance, accounts, money, wealth management and so on. And the fifth lord Mercury. Mercury is the fifth lord. Your fifth house is ruled by Moon, and Moon is going to go into your 10th house later part of the month. So at the start of the month you will start off with lot of effort towards earnings, increasing savings and career, and by the end of the month when Moon moves into your 10th house, you will start seeing results manifest. So start of the month, please ensure that you are communicating well, because the third house of communications is also ruled by Venus and placed in your 10th house. So communicate well, prepare for presentations well, prepare for any eventualities, because Venus also rules your 8th house. Okay, so there may be sudden presentation, last minute changes or drop of plan, supervisors or managers not available, people traveling for work, last minute cancellations of meetings, or last minute equipment not working, or meeting happening, presentation not going well, or meeting happening, presentation going well, but decision being put off, or communication going to everyone, everything happening, decision also taken, yet money not released for projects. So various things can be obstacles to your plan to increase your earnings at the start of the month. But later part of the month, as I just said, with Moon ruling your 5th house and going into your 10th house later part of the month, stronger results may manifest. But we'll talk about that. When Mercury and Mars are placed in your 8th house, and Mercury also rules your 4th house and your 7th house, means relationships are important. And those people who are in business, for them, how you handle business relations are important, because the Lord of the 7th house has gone into the 8th house. So which means that if you handle your business very well, then there is a chance that you may earn money, because Venus is placed in the 8th house and Mercury, the 7th lord, is in the 8th house, and Mercury rules your 8th house and placed in the 10th house. So business is getting connected to 8th house, money, hidden money, virtual money, taxation, audits, that kind of money, and to career, because of Venus association with 8th house and being placed in the 10th house. But Venus is also the house of efforts, the 3rd house. So the more effort you put in to communicate well, to present well, to come across as prepared, to come across as somebody who was very well thought through, because of Mercury there, ensure that you come through as not only communicating well, but prepared well with all your data right, all your analysis right, your work is complete, your analysis is thorough. If you do that and you come across the thoroughness of your ideas and good presentations, good communications, then your earnings may increase. However, for those people who have a female supervisor, female manager, female boss or leader, you have a greater chance, because Venus is also the karaka of the other gender or the women, and that is placed in your 10th house. So the effort that you are going to put in will also manifest through the effort that your supervisor may put in for you. So if you have good relations with your supervisors and they push your case, then there is a greater chance that may manifest later, when Saturn moves into your 11th house and leaves the 10th house and moves into 11th house by end of January. So that may happen. So prepare well for this month through December, so that when January comes, you have a greater chance that results may manifest. However, for some of you, greater results may manifest sometime later next year, after September, when Ketu moves into your 9th house, moving away from your 10th house, leaving Jupiter alone to give you stronger results. So that may also happen for some of you. Now on the 5th of the month, 5th or 6th of the month, Mercury is going to move from your 8th house into your 9th house and join Sun there. Sun is placed in your 9th house. Sun rules your 6th house of service. So when Mercury goes and joins 6th house of service and partnerships are connected. So if you are in a partnership where you're serving people, where you have a partnership where you're running a beauty parlor, you're running a spa, you're in hospitality, you're running a timeshare company, any service-oriented business if you have, that will be very good for you. Even healing, even those where you're running a company for in partnership with for music, or your what do you call, enhancing talent of people who are in arts. So that will be very useful, that will be very good. Also those people who are in leadership positions in manufacturing industries, because of Mars association and Sun going into the house of Mars and Mars being placed in your 8th house. So 6th house energies, 8th house energies getting connected to 9th house, and 9th house Lord being placed in the 8th house, with the 8th Lord being associated with career. So a lot of energies are being shared. So healing, people on trauma, surgical equipment, all of these people may gain if you are well prepared and you push your case well, especially between the 5th of December to 15th of December, because around the 15th or 16th of December is when Sun is going to move into your 10th house. So with Sun moving into your 10th house, Venus is going to move into your 11th house around the 16th of the month, which means that because of your strong relations or social connects, you may also have a appraisal, or you may have an enhancement of your role at work. So all your effort through the remaining months of November and the first 15 days of December may manifest as greater results post 15th or 16th of the month till the end of the month. And for some of you, the results may manifest later. Now, because of the third lord Venus going into the 10th house, it could also mean that some of you travel for work and for short journeys, or if it's a long journey, for short duration related to work, and there you may be able to, and most of the work may be related to closure of accounts, finances, wealth management, and all beauty products, service oriented products, especially related to the opposite gender, food, clothing, FMCG products, electronics. So all of people who are in these industries, you may gain because of greater results coming to you through your journeys and your presentations and your efforts. So that may also come about. However, those people, some of you may be traveling later part of the month for a romantic holiday, and you may also be going along with your spouse or your girlfriend or your partner, and be prepared for sudden breakdown of vehicles, breakdown of journeys, reorganized travel time, flight schedules changing, and all that may happen. So be well prepared. Always have a backup plan. If you're driving further distance than 150, 200, 300 kilometers, ensure that your car is well serviced. You have your backups, your stepney is working, your car is well serviced. There are no problems, there are no challenges. Drive the car for 1 or 2 days for about 50-60 kilometers to see whether everything is working well or not. Check all oils, water, power steering, coolant, everything. So in short, be well prepared if you're driving, and be well prepared with paperwork also, because you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the law and law comes and finds you. Why? Because the 12th Lord Saturn is also placed in your 10th house, and 10th house is having 8th house energies or the 6th house energies, with first Venus being there and later on Sun moving into your 10th house, and also Mercury moving into your 10th house later part of the month. So be well prepared with your documents and everything. Some of you may travel related to children last part of the month. However, because of 6th Lord energies, 6th house energies, 8th house energies going into the 10th and then the 11th house, ensure that you take care of your food, especially for waterborne diseases, because 9th Lord Mars is in your 8th house. 9th house is Scorpio. Scorpio also constitutes strong 8th house energies, and it's a water sign. So be well prepared. Otherwise, because of not drinking proper water, or because of 6th Lord Sun going into your 9th house and then later on 10th house, getting connected to the 10th house, 8th house, which means that because of poor eating habits or adding a lot of heat to your diet or eating a lot of non-veg or a lot of very spicy food, you may end up spoiling your system. Okay, so be well prepared, drink lots of water, avoid overeating, avoid spicy food, and be careful where you eat, because you don't want to spoil your holiday or your last week of the year going to clinics. So that will definitely happen. Some of you who are related to government jobs or connected to government contracts, anything related to government, you can do very well. You can have a increment at work. You may have a high authority, higher role, bigger theme given to you, and other responsibilities be given to you as well. So be prepared for that. Push for it, but don't be over aggressive because of 8th Lord and 9th Lord sharing energies. Because of 9th Lord Mars going into the 8th house. So be careful how these manifest. Some of you who have who are married may also find that you are having both the domestic house, 4th Lord energies and 7th Lord energies, Mercury going into the 8th house at the start of the month and later on into the 9th house, and then later on moving into the 10th house. So a lot of places your spouse will be involved. First in going out, partying, meeting friends, meeting social lives, visiting office or office colleagues coming home and involving or working with spouse. Some of you, if your spouse is also working along with you in your work area, lot of time spent with spouse, around work, around parties, all that may happen. Or some of you may meet your future spouse at an office party. That may also happen later part of the month. Some of you who are working in the areas or working in the footsteps of your father. If your father was a government servant, you also in the same area. Father was a doctor, you also in the same line. Then you'll also find that you can do very well because of Sun going into the 10th house later part of the month. So that those energies will also strongly manifest. So look forward for those opportunities and be able to use them to your advantage. Especially with 2nd Lord Mars going into your into a 9th house later part of the month, which means your Mars goes into the own sign, goes into the own house and triggers your fate and luck, which is the mid of the month or slowly towards the end of the month. So end of the month when Mars goes into its own house of 9th house of Scorpio, Sun is in your 10th house and Venus moves into the 11th house, means great placement for all three. Sun is very powerful in the 10th house. Venus can do very well in the sign of Capricorn, and also because of Jupiter placed in the 10th house, good chance of increments or enhancements in career if you are able to project yourself as a guru or a master or an expert. So the more people see you as an expert or a master or a guru, the better the results will manifest for you. Start of the month, Jupiter will move in slowly. Towards the end of the month, Jupiter will pick up more strength as it goes more and more into Sagittarius, and that's when the results will manifest also for a lot of you. So be able to use these energies. However, with both the 12th Lord and the 11th Lord both placed in the 10th house, which is Saturn, and also the 9th Lord co-ruler Ketu being placed in the 10th house, which means both these planets are completely going to absorb the results. So career will be slow to take off for a lot of people. So even when there is a discussion of increment or promotion, there may be more discussion, papers may be signed, but movement, immediate declaration may not happen. So wait for it, be patient. Don't push the agenda too much for growth and increment, because you may be rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that with all the energies placed in your 10th house. Especially when by the end of the month, when your 5th house of speculation, moon goes into your 10th house. So don't speculate too much, because moon is going to be under strong duress of Sun, Saturn, Ketu, Mercury, all the planets going there, which means you will not be able to think clearly. You will not be able to communicate clearly. You will not be able to present your ideas clearly, because of Saturn and Ketu completely absorbing the thinking ability of the moon. So be careful of how you deal with the issues at work, with your colleagues, especially with Sun, which is the lord of the 6th house of hidden enemies, behind the back dealings of people, and going and joining moon in the 10th house at the end of the month. So be careful of who's playing against you and who's trying to overshadow you and hijack your ideas, hijack your plans, hijack your appreciation. So be wary, and in every mail you try and send out your mail. You be in the forefront of communication. You be in the forefront of meetings and all. Ensure that you are visible, and Ketu and Saturn don't absorb complete energy from your visibility, from your presentation. So do that, and you will be better placed in relations, at work, in travel, matters related to children, matters related to health, and matters related to presentations, travel to make presentations. You will be doing very well this month. So for Pisces people, it's a good time. Handling patiently communication, travel, and being ready for certain not failures, I would say, but certain impediments to your work. As long as you're well prepared, if your laptop crashes, you're ready with a thumb drive to put it into some other laptop and present. So as long as you're well prepared, this is the month for you to manifest strongly. Why? Because your Lagna Lord Jupiter is also into your 10th house and own sign and own house, which means the more you are able to shine, the more you prepare yourself better, the much better for you. Ensure that you are on the best of hygiene, you're clean shaven, you are well dressed, you smell very well, you're dressed very well at parties or all the meetings, and luck will be on your side. Okay friends, so this is my analysis for Pisces natives for the month of December 2019. If you're looking for a consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Please like this video, please share this video, please subscribe to this channel, please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my new video is coming. And till we meet some other time, this is your friend astrologer and guide, wishing you very happy new year, very great prosperous festival season. Be safe, enjoy yourself, and let's meet on the other side of the new year. Thank you so much for being with me through a journey since last few months, and looking forward to a much better year next year as well. This is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.